Plumpton. And let's do our two demis and one gone on this beautiful Thursday. Remembering our allonges, inhaling with our allonges, following our fingertips, not just with our eyes, but possibly with our nose, especially when we open them. And here we go. And once again, inhale with your allonge before you pull the bra. There we go. Already feel the destination of your fall into your fifth position, demi. Please slightly forward and relax. There we go. Good. Here we go. To the other side, please. And let's see if we can duplicate that same great allonge action on this side. And Let's go heel up and in and out, half point front, back in, half point side, 4 point close your first, start the same thing to the side, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2 plie, 2, 2 plie, roll through in first and heels down. Heel up and in and out, half point back, bring it back in, half point out, stretch and close, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, start to the front, in, out, half point front, back in, half point stretch, close, 1 inside, 1 outside, roll through your feet. Yeah, let's keep it in first, and that's it. And here we go. And 1. Turn it in, turn it out. Resist in your knee when you open it. Bring it back in to the side. Super long toes. Close your first. And 1. To the other side, please, and obvious reasons. Front and the back and the side and the front, tablier. Tablier and the close and the back and the front and the side and the back, tablier. Tablier and the close and the side and the front and the side and the back, tablier. Tablier and the close and the first and the two and the three and the four, five and the six and the seven and the eight. Encore with changing legs. Last one stays open. Two tabliers. Close your first. The same thing from the front and the four, five and the six and the seven and eight. Started side and the back and the side and the front, tablier again, and the six and the seven and the eight, eight and the seven and six and the five, four and the three and the two and the one. Let's roll through in second position there in the end with your arms in second. And there we go. So this is the same pattern we will kind of re-encounter in the center. Front, back, side, front, two tabliers. Back, front, side, back, two tabliers. Side and front and side and back, two more tabliers. Eight to first, reverse. Roll through in second. Are we good? Front, back, side, front, two tabliers. Reverse. Side, front, side, back, two tabliers. Eight. Your tabliers are always coming from the inside.
Oh, okay.
Because it's encore with changing legs. So your inside is the last one that opens either to the front or to the back, regardless of what you do.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. And we're going a tempo. And front and back and side, inside, front, two tabliers. Close your first, reverse, back and front and the side and back, two tabliers, nice and soft. Feel that nice fourth position in between. Close, side and front, side and the back, two tabliers again. Inside, back, and now forward and close, and the first, and two, and three. Reverse and softly through. And front and back. The same thing starting to the side, side, inside, back, side, inside, front, inside, tablier. Yes, there you go. Eight. Into your second last one, roll through. And relax when you're ready. Right. Yeah, we might have stumbled there on the truth, Craig. Yeah, that last one after side and front and side and back is also inside tabliers, not outside.
Okay.
So keep your last one open. This way you have no other choice. Here we go. Left side, please. And feel how the center is evenly suspended between your legs and arms in this whole thing. And side. Inside, back, tablier. Inside, don't Dyslexia speaking. Side and the front and the side and the back and the side and the front. Temps lié. Back and the side and the front. Temps lié and the front and the side and the back. It's true dyslexia speaking. Side and the back and the side and the front and the side and the back. One temps lié. Front and the side and the back. Two temps liés. Back, just side. Soutenu à la side. We are starting to the side, careful. Side and the front and the side and the back, side and the front, temps lié. So that follows a little bit the same pattern we just had. Now you're going back and the side and back and the side and the front, temps lié twice. So it's an ABA combination. Encore from the back. That is your second phrase. Back, side, front. Two temps liés. Two temps liés from the front. Do you need that one more time?
Yeah.
Side, front, side, back, side, front, temps lié. Back and side and front, two temps liés, one front, one side, one back. Now you can reverse it. Part A starts to the side, one temps lié. Part B starts to the front, two temps liés. Tendu, tendu. I guess we could do that third one and soutenu to the other side out of that. So your first part starts to the side, your second part starts to the back. The second time to the front. Making sense? Side, front, side, back, temps lié, back, side, front, two temps liés. Two temps liés. Don't close it. Nope. Don't close your front. This is the same we just had. Back, side, front, temps lié, immediately temps lié. There you go. Now front, side, back. Ready to reverse to the side. Side and back and side and front. And side and back again. There are three of them. There, temps lié. Start with your outside, front and side and back. Temps lié twice. Don't close it. Front, side, back, temps lié twice. Now back, side, front and soutenu. How is Jane doing?
So the first temps lié back inside, and then does it close before you start uncoif?
Yes, it does. Inside, wherever you are. Are you reversing it, Greg? No, you're good, you're good. That's right.
So the very beginning is side, front, side,
Yes.
back,
Side, front, temps lié, close fifth.
and then
Now go back, side, front.
side.
Don't close temps lié immediately out of your front tendu twice. Now go front, side, back. Done. Reverse. Back and side and back and front and side and back and side and front. And side and back. Again, remember there are three sets of them. Temps lié back, close fifth. There, temps lié back, close fifth. Front, side, back, don't close. Temps lié straight away, two. Now close again, fifth, 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 back, side, front. And you can soutenu to the other side. Happy Thursday. Temps lié. No, don't close your fifth. Exactly. Keep it open. And then three encore again. Right. So resist the urge of closing your fifth there. Before your temps liés. That's the thing. And I think that's the same thing that fell on our feet yesterday in the center combination. So before temps lié, you don't close.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep it open. How is Jane doing? Or yep. And front, side, back. Easy peasy. That's right. Started
So
from.
the front, side, back, quick.
It's all at the same tempo. Side and the front and the side and the back and the side and the front, temps lié. Back and the side and the front, temps lié and the front and the side and the back. That is why we're not closing, otherwise we would lose counts and it would be
Right.
not fitting at all. That's right. Let's give it a go and see what happens. and starting to the side, 3 times, side, front, side, back, side, front, temps lié, close your 5th, and the back, and the side, front, temps lié, and the front, and the side, and the back, reverse side, and the back, side and front, side and back, temps lié, and the front, and the side, and the back to temps lié, and the back, and side and front, and hold your horses, and relax for a sec. Yeah, let's not leave the gentleman in distress, Jane. Craig, the side, front, side, back part is 3 times, not just 2.
Okay.
Yeah, side, front, side, back, 1 more side, front, otherwise you're finishing up in the wrong 5th. That is exactly what just happened.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, your first phrase is 6 tendus alternating between side and inside, front or back, and 1 temps lié. Your second phrase is 3 tendus, 2 temps liés, and 3 more tendus en croix. Let's attack the left. What do you say? Yes. Okay, here we go. And 3 times side, front, side, back. 1 more. Temps lié. Close your 5th. And 3 en croix. Temps lié twice. And front and side and back. Reverse side and the back. Side and front. 1 more side and back. Just 1 temps lié. Close your 5th. And the front and the side and the back and the temps lié and back and side and front. Soutenue and finish. We're almost getting there. Now we just have to settle that there's only 1 temps lié in your first part before your 2 temps liés in your second part. Okay. Your generosity once again gets the better of you. How about doing the same pattern with dégagés? Keep your temps liés par terre.
Okay.
And here we go. Here we go, and side, and front, and side, and back, and side, and the front. 1 temps lié, close, and back, and side, front. Temps lié twice, and front, side, back, and these are dégagés, 1 and 2. Dégagé, dégagé. Now temps lié par terre, close 5th, and dégagé front, side, back, temps lié, back, side, front, and the side, and the front, side, and back, side, and front, 1 temps lié, close your 5th, en croix, back, and the side, front, 2 temps liés, and the front, side, and back, en croix. Here we go, side, back, side, front, side, back, 1 temps lié, close 5th, en croix from the front, into 2 temps liés, and back, side, front. Alright. We'll bring this one back tomorrow, what do you say? So we get our dégagé fix in regardless of this disturbing combination, front and the side and the back and the side and the front and the side and the back and the side and the first and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, back and the side and the front and the side, back and the side and the front and the side, passé and flat, close your 5th. Encore twice. Always the same leg right now, first and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, encore repeats. From the front this time, passé relevé, just stay. We'll take the left after it. Nice quick toes into 5th. And here we go. And 8 to first. Close behind. 1 more time, encore. Of course, we could use our heads just a tad stronger in these encores. And passing flat. Here we go, and elbows, chest, little fingers, knees, direction. Let's go circular port about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 rond de jambe in 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Forward and 2 and 3 and 4. To the bar 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Fifth, one more passe balance. Close fifth behind. Super simple, so your brain gets a little break. Reverse port de bras. 8 rond de jambes en dedans. Up and over back, away from the bar, through fifth, one more passe. Then take some time to stretch. And here we go. Try to keep that twist position nice and functional in your circular port de bras. side, please, and feel it back here, squeezing forward. Align your shoulders with your hips. Destination backward and sideways. This time forward and sideways. Feel your middle fingers strong. Let's go front and side and back and side. Two pas de cheval. Hold on. Two pas de chevals and the back and side and front and side. Two pas de chevals. Front and side, plié, flick, flack. Open two chevals. Back and side, plié, flick, flack. Just one cheval, plié, fifth, soutenu, other side. Front and side and back and side. You need to close behind first. Two chevals to finish up in fifth back. Back and side and front and side, cheval, cheval. Front and side, flick, flack, plié, cheval, cheval. Back and side, flick, flack, plié. Just one cheval, plié, soutenu, other side. Frappe encore, two chevals to the side. Reverse that. Frappe encore, two chevals to the side. Frappe just front and side to plié, flick, flack on the or. Finish with two chevals to the side. Reverse that. Back and side, flick, flack on the long. Just one cheval into your fifth and soutenu to the other side. front, side, back, side, side, and side. All chevals go to the side. And back and side and front and side, cheval side and side. You need to finish up in fifth front. There you go. Front and side plié, flick, flack. Front and side plié, flick, flack. So the second phrase is shorter. Just frappé front, frappé side, plié, flick, flack, demi plié. Now your two chevals. Back and side, flick, flack, en dedans. One cheval and soutenu. So I'm allowing more time for the flick, flack there. Hence, we only have two frappés, front and side, or back and side, instead of four encore. Front and side, flick, flack, plié, two chevals. Back and side, flick, flack, plié, one cheval and soutenu. Okay, here we go. And front, side, back, side, two. Two. Front and side, plié, flick, flack. And relax for a second. Thank you, Jane. You did it. Oh, Mr. Novell got stuck. Chevals are only to the side.
Was this fast or was it?
It was exactly the tempo you tried to do. You just started your cheval the wrong way, and that is what threw you completely off. Front and side and back and side, cheval, cheval. Back and side and front and side, cheval, cheval. Front and side, flick, flack, plié, two chevals. Back and side, flick, flack, and the two chevals. You want to try this one more time, starting on the right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I hope the lady doesn't mind. And here we are. So yes, it's quick. Two chevals. That's it. Reverse. Just two frappés, front, side, flick, flack. Two chevals. Back and side. Plié. Soutenu. And one. Careful there. No knees, just your toes. 1, 2. And one. And relax for a second. I guess since we did the right twice, we should do the left twice as well. Yeah, careful, quick. If you start your knee into your cheval, that leg is just gonna fly wherever it wants to fly to. In this case, to the back or to the front, which it doesn't want to do in this combo. Yeah, remember it's front side, back side, two to the side. If you let that foot fly out to the front, it's basically over. As it just was. Okay. Here we go one more time. Yeah, keep it small right below your knees, otherwise it is slightly unmanageable. And on purpose. So blame me. Here we go. Just to the side. And back. Just to the side. There we go. Front side, flick, flack. Two to the side. There we go. Back side. And flick, flack on dedans. And finish. Alright. Almost. Okay. I'm not going to torture you with this until tomorrow again. Since I just tortured you, fondu to the front and the flex and the point, développé to the front, fondu to the back and the flex and the point, développé arabesque, fondu to the side and the flex and the point, développé. Let's make this an écarté. Coupé, attitude, effacé, front, stretch, pas de bourré, soutenu to the other side. That's all it needs to be. Fondu to the front, flex and the point. If you want to lift it into the flex and point, be my guest. Développé front. The same to the back and to the side. Take your développé as a nice écarté back, close behind, inside attitude, effacé, front, balance, stretch, pas de bourré, and soutenu. here we go. Something where we don't have to worry about anything. And here we go, fondu nice and soft. And flex. And point, develop A5. Nice and tall. That's it. And back. One grand battement and petit battement and one grand battement, petit battement and one grand battement and petit battement and the back and the front, stretch it out and close. 1 to your 5th, open a couple of kinds of petit battement and close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Front and the back, stretch, relevé 5th. Soutenu, other side. So we have two extremes, a grand battement and a couple of petit battements. The same to the side, the same to the back. Cloche back, front, stretch it out to the back, close 5th. Reverse and left. And here we go. front and the back and the side and the front, enlié, plié en dedans. And the back and the front and the side and the back, enlié, plié en dehors. And the side and the front and the side and the back, enlié, plié en dehors, close behind. And side and the back and the side and the front, enlié, plié en dedans. Stay where you are, close your fifth. We are on the other side. Front and the back and the side and the front, enlié, plié en dedans. Back and the front and the side and the back, plié, enlié en dehors. To the other side. So we can go side and the front and the side and the back. Enlié, plié en dehors, close behind. Side and the back and the side and the front, enlié, plié en dedans. Stay where you are. That's it. Yep, en dehors. Yes. Side front, side back, enlié. En dehors this time, change corner. Side, starting from your back foot, careful there. That was one of the mistakes from yesterday. Enlié, forward, front foot, en dedans. Stay where you are. That's it. Now you're ready to start the left. Front, back, side, front. Is it making a tad more sense than yesterday? Front foot goes en dedans the last time. After your side. So your front foot goes twice in the second phrase. Side and front and side and back. Enlié, front foot en dehors, closes behind. Side and back and side and front. Enlié, front foot closes in front, and you stay where you are. So you can start the other side. Is that making sense? En dehors. That's all. Yeah, front foot, front foot, front foot, front foot. Yep. But don't change your fifth. If you change your fifth, we're already goners. That's right.
So en dedans, en dehors, en dehors, en dedans.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. How is Jane doing? And your turns are always going the opposite direction, I think. En dedans, now your right goes, your en dehors goes the other way to change corner. Correct. Now when you're starting your side section, en dehors goes one way. Yes, front foot, you're doing exactly the right thing. Now you're going side and back and side and front. En dedans again goes the other way. Nope, that wouldn't. Yes, correct. So that is the same way, as a matter of fact, isn't it? Or we could to mark this.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's, I think, a little slower than it was yesterday too. questions, comments, concerns, complaints? Okay, and here we go. Craig gets the silver star for fixing it as he went along. Yeah, careful not to overturn. I think that was now the only problem, Craig. Other than that, it actually was quite there. Yeah, the only turn that stays in the same corner is the very last one. All the other ones always switch your quasi corners. Then everything should be fine. Much, much better than yesterday. However, there's no reason not to start it with our left foot one more time. So Greg doesn't have to look mournfully down his balcony. 13 stories. Okay, here we go. And your future self will figure it out easily. Okay. Similar to yesterday, but not quite the same. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, plie 7, releve 8, tombe back and 2, forward and 2, plie, pas de bourrée, onto your fourth. Quarter, 2 fourth. Half, well, 2 fourth. 1 and a quarter to arabesque, tombe back, close your fifth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, plie, relevé, tombe, back and 2, piqué, forward and 4, and I hope that we can feel that a little bit better. 5 and 6, pas de bruit entonant 7 to your 4th. Change your corner, back to 4th. Half turn, back to your 4th. 1 and a quarter turns, so that stays in that croisé corner, plie. Tendez back, close. So you get a quarter, a half, and 1 and a quarter, or something like that. That's right, that's correct. And tendez back. So really let that landing arabesque pull you back into your tendez. With these strong shoulders and that nice high chest. Tiny change, a little bit more of a change, a little bit more of a change, demi-plie, that's a tendez back. And explore how little effort you take outside of your standing leg, heel, counter, shoulder, and nose into these attitude turns. Are we good to give this a mark?
Yeah.
How's Jane doing? Hiding. Are you good? Okay, here we go. Making sense.
On the last turn, do you plie before you tendez back?
Yeah, you plie in arabesque, then step onto your back foot, let that arabesque pull you back for your last tendez backward and before you close your 5th. So there's a difference between landing in 4th or extending your leg into arabesque. For the last one, be aware of that. Okay, and here we go. Arabesque. Greg, careful not to keep that attitude too long for these turns. So don't be afraid to make it actually an angle that coincides with that angle of your plie in your front foot right now, or in your front leg. So change these two angles. Right, that was a little bit better, yeah. And remember that counter shoulder is really important. Try not to fold in from your closing arm. Yeah. Can you feel that? Yeah, if you close too much from that front shoulder, now the thing folds into itself. Keep that closing shoulder open as you're closing your arm. Don't let that shoulder go. Yeah, a little bit better, yeah. Better. Would you like to have this one more time?
Sure.
And let's make sure we're staying grounded. Not in the bad way of being grounded because you did something bad, but in the sense of pushing your standing leg into the floor throughout this whole thing. Yeah, let's not just work with one leg. And let's not forget to breathe. And here we go. That's right, feel your standing side in your leg and in your arm, and nice and light, know where it's going. Yes, and step right onto it, 2, 5, effortless. Yes, that's right, keep your chest open. Better, and more. Nice and light and easy. Push down into the floor rather than lifting your heel above your toes. And finish. Okay, yeah, feel hips and shoulders down when you relevé, instead of lifting it all above your standing leg foot, if that makes any sort of sense. Yes. Could you feel the difference here, Greg? Hips and shoulders down, toes down. Right, rather than avoiding the floor, basically push into the floor.
So it's here.
Yeah. Already a little bit more control there. And remember, attack your enemy. Let's go balance, chassé, stay 4, plié 5, pirouette 6, tendu back 7 and 8. Attitude to en dedans fourth, FSC fourth, tendu and plié pirouette en dedans from there, close your fifth. We'll start the next side from the back foot. 1 and 2 and chassé and stay. Plié and 5, that is our syncopation from yesterday. Tendez back. Plié, heel forward, change your corner to 4th. Step back, plié, en dedans, close your 5th. You're ready to start again if you like to. So 2 balanciers sideways and chassé forward. Slight syncopation. Plié nice and crisp and short to tendez back. Heel forward, change your corner attitude to 4th. So we get another crack at that. Tendu back, yes. Plié en dedans from there, land en face. Correct, you're ready for the other side, starting with your back foot. Are we good to mark this?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the opportunity to syncopate all of these preparations. Remembering to push down rather than up. For all of these turns. Okay. And here we go. You okay, Jane?
I just got mixed up where I was because I was late that other time.
That happens to me all the time. I know. Some good things in there. Should we be gentlemen and do it one more time for the lady grid? So Jane doesn't have to have a reason to look down her window all these 3 feet. That would just hurt.
Okay, after Tonlier back, right? After the first pirouette?
Yes, correct. Then you have a croisé preparation, and your attitude finishes effacé in the other corner. I think that is where you went wrong. Yes, now stay in this corner for your next tendu front. Correct. And stay in this corner, and now it's basically just 1 1/4 turns en dedans, unless you decide more. All right, let's take this one more time. Why not from our right foot front again? Yeah, correct. A little bit more fingertips, less shoulders. Yeah, just try not to get so tense in your neck. Exactly. Remember, the more you care about these things, the less they work. Okay, here we go.
I'm just clumsy.
Well, what can I say? I guess it makes three of us.
I get the gold star for that. I'll take that.
Maybe it's klutzes after 60 rather than ballet after 60. I run into my furniture all the time. Okay. That's the wrong combination. Not quite yet. Okay. Let's go first and the fifth, and the first and the fifth, first and the fifth. Tendez back, pliez en face, en dedans. Chassez forward, pliez. On the or chassez forward, close behind. First and the fifth, and the first and the fifth, and the first and the fifth. Tendez en dedans, en face. Coupez, chassez forward, pliez forth. Pirouette on the or, also chassez forward, close fifth back. So start fairly far back. First, fifth, first, fifth, first, fifth, tendez back, or chassez back, I should say, since we're coming from fifth. Prepare forward, en face, en dedans, to croiser, chassez forward. Plier, en dehors, to effacer, chassez forward, correct. Close your fifth. You are on the other side. If you need to, you can make up for lost room with these first 6 jumps. First and the fifth, and the first and the fifth, 3 times. First and the fifth, chassez, plier. Chassez back. We're going en dedans first quick. First, fifth, first, fifth, first, fifth, chassez back to tendu front. But it would be the other foot if you're starting on the right. Now en dedans to chassez croisé forward, and then on the or, chassez effacé forward. Correct, correct, correct. There. Now you're on the other side. First, fifth, first, fifth, first, fifth. Chassez back. Prepare en face. En dedans to the other croisé corner. En dehors to the same corner. So that's an effacé chassé. Right, like we do often from 5th position back. Now we're doing it from 4th. And all the turns, let's keep them in coupe, since it'll be a little on the fast side. Are we good to give this a try?
Yeah.
Oh, a mark, should I say. Here we go. First and the fifth, chassez back, pliez, forward, close, first, fifth, back, forward, up, through, pliez, forward, close, and yes, feel free to move around in your space after your pirouette to get to some sort of a center spot with these first 6 sautés. Okay. Are we good to push the floor away? And here are we good, Jane? Okay, here we go. Right foot is in front. Just remember to step forward out of it and close. That's right, exactly. And it's just a regular chassis forward to tendu back, close fifth back. What can I say? That's right here. Échappé fifth, glissade, change, changement. Échappé fifth, glissade, change, changement. Like yesterday. Changement, glissade, and changement, glissade, and changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée. Échappé fifth, glissade, change, changement. Échappé fifth, glissade, change, changement. Changement, glissade, and changement, glissade, and changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée. Échappé fifth, glissade, change, changement. That's it. Now do changement first. Glissade, changement. Glissade toward your front foot as we did yesterday, correct. One more changement, glissade, assemblée starts on your right. So you have changement, glissade, one more changement into glissade, assemblée, assemblée. Now you're on the other side. Glissade, careful. Changement, glissade, but glissades change, otherwise you're going to be on the wrong foot. Changement, glissade. One more glissade, glissade, assemblée, assemblée. That's it. Assemblée, assemblée. Ready for the other side. Échappé second. Glissade, changement, échappé second, plié, glissade, changement. Changement, glissade, change, changement, glissade, change. Changement, glissade, assemblée, assemblée. There we go. Right. Are we good to mark this? How's Jane doing? Okay. Is that making sense? Okay, let's see if we can give this a try. Quick toes. Try to take it easy in your muscles, not so easy in your toes and fingertips. Here we go. That'll be your personal variation, Jane. Variation with increasing desperation. You did really well all the way up to your changement glissade. It's great. Then just don't forget that last little part. It's changement glissade assemblée. So that very last glissade doesn't change. Be careful there. Change glissade, change glissade, change.
Glissade.
Changement, don't change.
Someday.
Exactly, that's it. That's what it is. And try not to drive yourself nuts with the speed of the music. Yeah, try to pound right through it. Well, we're going to give this another try. Yeah, keep your toes under your hips for the échappés, for the glissades, for the assemblées. So the thing doesn't spread out too far. Okay, here we go. And so much better. Right. Almost there, almost. The first side, not bad, quick, just don't neglect closing in fifth. As soon as it just becomes a first, now it becomes really confusing because that's just, where am I? But there was some good stuff in it. I think we need to start that one more time with your left foot in front. What do you say? So that side gets a chance as well. Really accent your fifths, or should I say fifth please, rather than all the other stuff. So you can keep track of where your feet are. Okay, here we go. Let's start with our left foot in front. And hold on a second, Jane. Let's not leave the gentleman in distress.
It's just not. My brain doesn't think that fast today.
So maybe your toes should do all the thinking and your brain should just take a break. Maybe that is going to be the solution. Right.
Slow, I can do it with my hands.
That's right. So if you can do it with your hands, you can do it with your toes as well, I'm pretty sure. Maybe try not to overthink it. Okay, here we go. One last time for posterity or not. And almost. Yep. Almost. Yeah, the only thing we're now falling over is the switch to two changements glissade rather than to échappé. But that is not a bad thing at all. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Too.
Thank
And
you.
I will be seeing you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.